Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, if you look at the last page of a bulletin, and there's a Heidelberg Catechism. It's kind of fancy, hard, old, sounds old, but this is a basic Christian teaching. So we are on 10 commandments, and we did a first commandment last Sunday, and this is the second commandment. Says, "You shall not make for yourself an idol," and another part, "You shall not bow down to them or worship them." And it sounds familiar from the first commandment, right? You shall not have other gods before me, right? And then you cannot make them. You cannot make an idol, or you worship nor worship them. So it's kind of partner commandments. And then we talked about that relationship based on like married couple. The relationship with God and us is committed relationship. It says covenant relationship. In the Bible, we have a covenant relationship with God. God is faithful to us, and we are faithful. We are to be faithful to God at the same time. And think about that, having affair out of your marital relationship. We call that adultery. And then it's like that. Our idolatry to God is kind of adultery to our the life partner. And then second commandment, "And you shall not make for yourself an idol, or nor worship it of any kind. You do not make any form in the heaven, on earth, or in the sky, any kind of form. You shall not make or worship them." Then we can raise a question that how can we worship God? We cannot make any kind of form, and it's how we worship God. And there's a conversation between a woman at the well and Jesus. It says that Jesus answered. The woman asked, "Where should we worship?" And Jesus answered, "God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth." And we worship in truth, spirit and truth. So it's not about where we worship, or what we wear, or what song we sing. It's more about in spirit and truth. It's something inside, something about our attitude, something in my heart. So when we worship, not look for some kind of a visible form, rather we look into our heart, and we worshiping in spirit and truth. Amen?
Amen.